All right, let's talk about Abdullah Mason. Actually, got a chance to see the highlights of his last fight. Um, I seen some improvement in that fight, and I see some things that still has to be worked on when you talk about him. I mean, I seen better defense in that fight. I seen him kind of tuck his chin pretty well in that particular fight. I seen him catching and shooting. I seen him being a little bit more defensive minded, and I heard Tim Bradley say something that was interesting about him, that he throw everything at the same speed, and that's just a product of being young, throwing everything hard. And I really don't understand why it's so hard for young guys to learn how to change the pace, whether it's a pitcher, you know, in baseball, whether it's a puncher. You know what I'm saying? And one thing they got to get him out that mindset is that he's a knockout puncher. I will try to change that mindset until he gets a little bit older. I mean, he's a southpaw, big kid. A lot of guys that you fighting, you're just bigger than that 135. He probably should be, natural frame is probably a welterweight, and he only 20 years old, or now he's 21. So I think, you know, that's the issue. He's cognitive of, his inability, his defense. He was catching and shooting, moving his head more this training camp, and he got a really nice jab. I feel like he should, as a southpaw, utilize that jab a lot more, but he preferred to hook with him. And a lot of these guys are really choosing the route of don't use the jab. A lot of people are going the route, kind of that Hispanic route, where we just gonna lead with hooks and lead rights or lead left hands. And that's what he did this fight. He caught and shoot. I mean, when he throw the jab, it's beautiful. That's something that they should work off of. That'll get him to change the speed of his punches too. And take something off and learn how to set up punch. But he's 20 years old, so I don't expect him to, be a finished product at 20 years old. Like to see him. I seen a lot more mobility in this particular fight. He seemed to be a little bit, more mobile. So it was some things that I really did like. You know, kept his chin tucked while exchanging with old buddy. But I would really love to see him work off that jab a little bit more. Kind of see him, kind of a little bit more fleet of foot this fight, move off the spot. I don't know much about old buddy. He definitely looked like he was a different weight class than Abdullah Mason. It looked like he was out. Obviously, he was outgunned. It was a couple knockdowns where he had a delayed reaction from those hooks, and they was hooking and exchanging. And Abdullah Mason, hooks was getting there. He was keeping that backhand up. And old boy was getting caught. A lot of people said, well, it's, the competition that he was fighting. I mean, shit, he's 20 years old. What the hell you expect? He fought this dude, Carlos Ornelas. This dude was 30 years old, southpaw. He had been knocked out 3 other times by Rafael Espinoza. So he's a smaller guy coming up. That's that tall motherfucker, ain't it? Yep. He got knocked out by, he had a unanimous decision with him. That dude didn't knock him out about 4 years ago. So all these other guys, I'm not sure. This dude look like a career featherweight. He like a career featherweight, super featherweight in that area. And a lot of people saying they continue to bring up smaller fighters for Abdullah Mason, but he's 20 years old. I don't know when his actual birth date is, but he's 20 years old. April 5th, he just turned 21. 20 years old. So at the end of the day, he's very advanced for his age. And I see the improvement, and there's no point to rush him. What's the point? Why are we rushing a kid like this? Everybody is not LeBron James. Everybody is not Mike Tyson. Everybody is not Rafael Benitez, where you can just rush them to a title. Let them take the time. What harm is he doing on the undercard of cards of fighting smaller and lower competition guys? You know, well, Top Rank is babysitting him, and he's 20. He just turned 21. What's the rush? Let him develop. You know, let him keep fighting guys like this. They know when to step it up at the right time. Ain't no rush. Of course, he believe he ready, but he not. And truth be told, he may never win a title at 135 pounds. He's probably gonna outweigh that weight class. He's probably gonna outgrow that weight class quickly. Look how he looks standing next to old buddy. Even though old buddy is not a career lightweight. Two different sizes. You know? So he's a kid. He's a legit kid. So I don't get it. But you know, I they always want to rush the next best thing. And I understand there ain't a lot of great prospects in boxing. I get it. But ain't no point of rushing the kid. Excuse me. What's the point? You know, still learning, still improve. I see a lot of improvement in this fight. Well, he ain't got no chin, and he got up. I don't think he was hurt. I think he probably had balance issues, and obviously there were some defensive issues that they went back to work on. Keep your heads up while you exchanging. I believe the message was clear. Catch and shoot. Next couple of things they got to let them learn to do: touch that body, utilize that jab, and change the speed of your punches. Don't throw everything hard. If you got to go a hard 10, a hard 8, a hard 12, eventually, everything you throwing into those punches is gonna come back to bite you in your ass. And they know it. But it's one thing to drill it in the gym and translate it to the fight. But some of the things they worked on, probably those knockdowns had to happen for him to believe fat meat is greasy. That's exactly what had to happen. Some of them knockdowns, they probably, okay, I do got to work on my defense. I do got to keep my hands up. You know, I do need to do those things. So, yeah, it's like to see him use the jab, you know, change the speed of his punches a little bit more. That's really pretty much about it. You know, keep working. Keep working. Keep working. So, I like the kid a lot. So, I mean, like I continue to say, it's gonna be a process. Don't write nobody off just because they got dropped. You know, it happens. So they keep working. Y'all probably want to rush and put them in a title fight soon and all that other shit. Like I said before, no, it's gonna take time. It's no point to rush the guy. No point to rush him. He's a kid. He's still developing, all that stuff. So, but I like what I seen. I liked a lot of improvement that I seen, and all the improvement is not gonna happen overnight. We're just learning and showing that his father understands what's going on. They understand the weaknesses and what he doing, and sometimes they got to fuck around and find out. And them knockdowns probably let them fuck around and found out. So now, you know what you're seeing is, you know, they cleaning that up, utilizing that jab, and you know, he need to utilize that jab more. But you know, can't make all them changes in one in one camp. So I think the catching and shooting, the defending, the moving his head. Um, no, I think he made a lot of improvement, man. So yeah, I like what I've seen from him. So I like that's what I've seen from the corner, and I think they're going in the right direction. So thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and the subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live, drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in description. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Peace.